Alright, live. Welcome everyone to another Agar video. This one is mostly geared towards making liquid culture from Agar petri dishes. Let's see. Hold on a moment. Oh, I guess I can do this. Is this good? Okay. It was telling me not to do that. Good. Alright, so I was just grabbing something to clean, wipe things down with. Like I mentioned before, we'll start with the beginning, where I left off. Last time I was live, I did a whole bunch of uh, inoculating agar on my petri dishes. Now, these are just petri dishes that I made myself. This is just Tupperware. Shout out Pasty White on you'll find him on many different forums. It's pretty good. But yeah, he developed a method where you can actually use Tupperware containers as agar. So here's the proof in the pudding. This is bear's head lion's mane. Let's see. As you can see, it not only grew in the Tupperware container, like the mycelium itself, but it grew little lion's mane mushrooms on the petri dish. This is not that uncommon, as I've come to find out. It actually is to be expected if you have good genetics, because they're fruiting through the state of being in shock. Basically, they're saying, we want to expand, we want to proliferate, we want to do more. Okay. Why you would want to do this? This is going to save you a lot of money in the long run. Once you get the genetics that you want, put it on agar. Take that agar and expand it onto liquid culture. That's what I'm doing today. Along with a lot of cleaning. Let me see. Yeah. So for this, I will show you the setup here. Let me just flip it. So here is the, you need a light source. I have a this going on, cleaning the air, but I will actually shut this down to low pretty quickly because I will be working in a still air box. And this was working to basically filter out any particulates that are up in the air. As you can see, I have carpet, so that's very important for me. I will be working in this still air box. I'm going to be wiping this down as I explain everything in setup, but I figured I might as well talk to you all while I'm setting up and doing everything. Like I mentioned before, here's a light source. Here's my still air box, SAB. This is a quart jar full of 10 to 11% bleach. I made it a little more concentrated. Want to make sure I keep on top of my technique. This is just 70% isopropyl. What else do we have here? We have 6 10 milliliter syringes with needles. Okay. Cannot forget your flame sterilizer. I don't have a fancy bead sterilizer. I just got a lighter. That's all you need. This makes fire good enough. If you can find another source of fire, I don't really recommend a candle. Uh, Maybe like a Bunsen burner if you got something like an alcohol lamp would work great. I'm also going to need gloves. So these I got from Target. They were like $4. I like them just fine. Little tip on when you're getting gloves. It's up to you if you want to go my route. I don't want to be constantly throwing out uh, so many single-use plastics. Okay, I do that enough. We do that enough. That's why I'm using this as well. Uh, so I went with the reusable route. Just make sure you clean these well, just like with any of these methods. Here is my pressure cooker. It is a 23 quart Presto pressure cooker. I actually did everything 24 hours ago. Actually, like more like 23 hours ago. Yeah. Yeah. So that basically puts me up to speed. I'm gonna be wiping everything down and just working, talking, doing what I need to do. All right. Flip this around. You can all look at my ugly mug. Okay, so what am I doing right now? Right now, I am opening this up. I'm taking this towel. This is just a cart detailing towel. Like you get them. I get a pack of like 50 from Costco, and they're like 40 cents each once you buy it, and it's like $20. It's a good deal. Okay, so I cleaned the entire surface area before I started already, and then I went and to the shower and cleaned myself. Uh, so I actually bleached all the surfaces inside and out of this too. This still air box. Even though I did that, I'm wiping down with alcohol. I'm wiping it inside with alcohol. This was actually a tip given to me on a mushroom growing group on Facebook. And I liked it. It made a lot of sense to me. Wipe down the inside of the surfaces of a salve with alcohol. So yeah, I've been wanting to do more lives. People have been asking me for years to do lives on my own. So here I am. So we'll keep this here to wipe on surfaces. I'm now taking some paper, some of these towels. And I'm actually going to soak them in bleach. big old thing of 10% bleach. Sweet. Got a little bit left. Just always don't do what I do. Measure out how much you use and try to save 100 milliliters. I'm probably at like 25 milliliters right now, but it's okay. So what I'm doing now, I'm actually just taking alcohol, wiping my hands. I cleaned up. I washed my hands and up to my forearms already with warm soapy water. Warm soapy water does wonders. Don't let anyone tell you different. Okay? Gloving up. Also, I made sure to rinse my mouth out with a mouthwash, with a sterile mouthwash. And that's actually for, if you're going to be talking, I recommend that. I don't recommend talking like I am right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to not talk too much, but if you are going to talk away from everything. So notice I just clean my hands with alcohol before putting on the gloves. Now I'm cleaning my hands with the gloves on, with alcohol. Take every chance you can to be clean. You won't get a second chance. Once things go wrong, they're wrong. The only chance again you'll get is to stop and re-clean everything. Oh, last night made 7 of these jars actually. I gave one of them away to a friend. She's really cool. Yeah. Won't say any names because I respect her privacy. But yeah, she often goes out and forages locally, more than I do actually. And I noticed she was doing a lot of good spotting. And instead of being a jerk and like, oh, hey, let me know your spot, let me know this. So I was like, hey, uh, seems like you're getting a lot of cool fungus. Uh, I make liquid culture. Let me make some for you. And yeah, she seemed cool about it. I actually went over to her work. She works at a nursery that I like to visit. And I dropped some liquid culture off for her. Very excited to see what she does with it. Yeah, I talked to her later today. Said, hey, if you ever find something out there, I gave her a couple examples of some edibles that I'm looking for. Please let me know. Save me a little bit of that tissue. And I want to actually expand on it to make it available for the public, selling it. She knows I'm starting up a business, but also at the same time, I'm wanting to get more into DNA sequencing. So I'm keeping those genetics around so I can eventually sequence it and then put it into the database if they accept it. If they don't want to accept it, that's fine. At least I have a genetic uh, receipt of how things are going down. Just still, mycology is a lot of cleaning, guys and gals. It's a lot of cleaning. It's a lot of not so glamorous work. Making sure that you have you make a schedule that works for you. I'm a student, but I am on winter break right now, so this is the perfect time to be doing what I'm doing. I'll also be starting up a part-time job soon. On top of doing all of this, the part-time job will just be helping me pay for school. It costs money to get gas to drive myself to school. The price of the classes too. I'm looking into scholarships, actually. Hoping to get some scholarships. Okay, so in terms of genetics, we got well, we'll start with what I was showing you before. Start with the bear's head lion's mane. Okay, yeah, looks like it's coming up pretty well. You can see that tiny strands of mushrooms are forming of this bear's heads. This was inoculated on a month ago, so December 1st. You got the bear's head lion's mane. Excuse me. Here is actually another lion's mane specimen. Let's get a good look at that. Yeah, there we go. This one's a little different. This one can grow in 95-degree environments. Well, it was found in a foraged in a environment where it's 95 degrees. Yeah. And I just abbreviated hot lion for that one. Next we have the wine cap. This one's particularly vigorous. You can see that the mycelium here is growing alongside the walls. So it's been wanting to be expanded. This one was the first thing to grow. This specimen grew in like 3 days. It was already filling up. It was the earliest shower. Like my quickest growing genetics. I am going to be expanding upon this liquid culture I got from Dirty South Mycology. I just move that. There we go. This is from Dirty South Mycology. Go ahead, check them out. This grew very fast. I highly recommend it. I'm expanding it on liquid culture for my own growing. If some friends want to mess around with it, I'll help them out. But yeah, this is Stormtrooper. It's supposed to be really good. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been highly recommended to me. Now let's go on to the Yoshimano genetics. These are really good. Go ahead, check out dinospores.com and you can get his spores. But they're on, just like I showed you all before, they're actually on, can't believe, I can't think of this, spore swabs. My goodness. So I got 2 spore swabs of each, and not all of them grew out. Maybe it was most likely my technique, because no one else has had a problem with his spore swabs. I took his spore swabs, I put them on agar, and I used a spore swabbing technique where it's just like the same method you would use with an inoculation loop, and then you just twist while going in an S formation, in a wave formation around here. So over here, I'll just reenact, go cross, boom, cross, like waves. And I just did that with a Q-tip while also twirling the Q-tip. And that worked for most of them, most of my Petri dishes. Once I was done, if I could do it again, I would have just used a different method. I wouldn't have used a streaking method. I actually would have used a petaled flower technique, I believe is what Yoshi was referring to when I was watching his videos. And that's just taking the actual Q-tip and then scoring it, and you score and cut into it, and like you make like 6 cuts, 6-inch incisions with a. You could use scissors. You could use a a knife if you have it. Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on what it's called. But yeah, you could use a razor blade, but cut into that, make 6 cuts, and then it's going to make a petal formation. Each one of those cuts, or each one of those slits that you cut out, put it on agar. If you're really good with how, like, you make fine cuts, try to get it up to 8 as much as possible. You can really spread out how much you can do it. When I order from him again, it's most likely going to be his Natalensis crosses, if they're even around. I'm going to be doing that method. I'm going to try to go for 8 each. At least use one of them. I might save one and put it on the side for later work. But I am going to be doing all that. So I just went through Jack Frost's, I believe. Yeah. This is the quickest growing mycelium of Jack Frost that I have on Petri dish. So you can see it's growing really well. And then I also have Deep End. A little more foggy, but you can see that it's basically growing up the sides. I have a couple of dishes of each of these. I picked out the best growing ones of each, and I'm going to be putting them on liquid culture. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I did all that work. And now I can't find my pen. There it is. Sharpie. Take the Sharpie. The alcohol. Sterilize your writing utensils. Everything that's around. I actually don't need these scissors. That's from when I was last working. And then I'm also sterilizing the lighter. A little tip with the lighter, actually, before we start. I took off the safety so that I can more easily light it. But yeah, it works for me. If you think that'll work for you, use your best judgment. Go about it that way. Okay. I'm excited about this. Let's see if I can flip this. Sweet. Alright, here's the workstation. Super Ghetto Sab. I should be replacing this soon, and I actually bought something to melt all of this smooth. I just don't feel like buying another thing. I don't feel like throwing this away. It's perfectly good. Alright, so got my what I'm going to be inoculating with here. Got my flame sterilizer. I have more towels to the side to use, so I don't need to use this. Writing utensil. Always know, this is super important. Always know what you're doing, what you're working with. All right, I got my syringes here, 10 milliliter syringes. Got my needles, liquid culture, isopropyl alcohol, and then if I need it, a little tiny bit of like 10 to 11% bleach. All right, cool. Let's get started. I'll be putting it right here. Moving this closer. All right, so I'm going to be working right here so that everyone can see everything. Sweet. Right now, we are going to be starting with some wine cap. So I'm actually going to be setting that up. And sterilizing. This white cap. Okay. So I'll be taking this needle, get it out. Be very careful you don't stab yourself. Okay. Take that. Jam it through. Fill it up. That, ejected all of it. Now I'm just kind of like scraping it off a bit here and there. Get that stuff on the side. That. I don't know if it's going to pick it up, but you can kind of see some small pieces of mycelium in there. So I'm taking that. Inject. Good to go. W C. Okay. One down, 5 to go. Next, we'll be doing the bear's head. Okay. Same thing. Now let's just say here, just following the same procedures. Okay. I'm flame sterilizing outside. I just took out some blank liquid culture. Move to this side. I can work with it. And now actually close the lid. Did bear's head. Next, we will be doing the hot lion. It's made. Flame sterilizing the needle. All right. this. Same thing. Let's see here. This, agitate it. Really agitate that tissue. You want there to be lots of little little pieces of mycelium in that media. Always label, label, label. Make sure you are up with the labeling. Grr. Put them at the rests. Okay. Oh, and make sure to not only label the genetics, but the date that you inoculated. All right, we're done with all the gourmets. We will have our fun guy time with some silly buds. All right. Pretty sucks. Yeah, just lab talk with Raptor. What I'm doing now are stormtroopers. By Dirty South Mycology. Check him out. You can grab his genetics. Again, Dirty South Mycology, and I'm doing stormtroopers. wipe down your surfaces. So right now I'm doing Jack Frost by Yoshi Amano, and you can find these genetics on his site, Dinospores. Go check him out. He's doing a lot of good work, clean work. Go. I'm sterilizing. Labeling Jack Frost. I don't know if I just said it, but Jack Frost. We are on our last one. And it's Deep End. Another Yoshi Amano creation for genetics I got from his site at least. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out Yoshi Amano on Dinosaurs again. He also has a really good Facebook group that I'm a part of. You might catch me posting some stuff, although not under the name Raptor. And it's called Yoshi's Island. Like the video game, I really like that video game. So, shout out to Yoshi for the awesome name. Nice and tight. Everything you see here, I made myself. I did not buy anything but the genetics and the materials themselves. Special shout out to Micropose. Yeah, I was able to get these filter patches and the injection port from them. Awesome guy. Big stock. Big stock of lots of good mycology gear. Wait. Last one. Right. That concludes our regularly scheduled program. Thank you so much for joining me, Raptor Grow. Yeah, so we will know in about like 2 weeks whether everything was successful. I'm gonna take uh, I'll be taking pictures on my Instagram, posting them there. I'll also, you know what, I should do a follow-up, a live follow-up to let everyone know how these went. So far, I mean, I did all the aseptic work correctly. Um, all of these genetics were grown on petri dishes. They all were visually clean, so that's why I picked them. They were the most vigorous growers out of all of the petri dishes that I had. So the genetics is as good as I could get. I did aseptic work, was all clean there. Uh, yeah, did everything I could. So in 2 weeks we'll know what happened. I will take a sample of it. I will put it on another set of petri dishes, and we'll know if it's good. If I did my job. But so far, I mean, I can already visually see little pieces of mycelium floating in the air, or in the liquid culture. Take off my gloves. We're all done doing sterile work. Let's see if it comes out. Yeah, you can see little tiny pieces floating around. Yeah, there's a big one. Uh, Honestly, if you have a chance to get into this hobby, do it. You know, if you're trying to look for genetics, let me know. I will point you to the right direction of people who know what they're doing. Uh, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be supporting people if unless I believed in them. So go ahead, check out again Yoshi Amano on Dinosaurs, Dirty South Mycology, for some of that. The other cultures, those gourmets, the lion's mane, the wine cap, those are going to be on my Etsy once I have that all set up. You can buy that from me. Yeah, please let me know what you all think. I encourage everyone to start growing mushrooms. The lion's mane, I won on there because it is I still need to taste it. I still haven't tried lion's mane. Such a shame. But I kind of want my first lion's mane to be my first taste to be of what I grew. So maybe I'm holding out for that special moment. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this before. In I put a agitator. Let's see, come on, agitate. Show them. So I put an agitation material in there. I didn't have marbles, but I did happen to have some broken glass around. So I just did that. I put everything. I put the agitator in your vessel before you sterilize. So everything becomes sterilized. All right. And this one I made for making these lids. You're going to want to make sure that the plastic is uh, a special grade of plastic, and it's PP5, polypropylene 5. This plastic will withstand 15 psi, and then this withstood at least 35 minutes of being under 15 psi in my pressure cooker. And what I did here is I drilled 2 holes. All right, you need one for free air exchange and one for your injection port. Again, I got these both from Micropost. So go ahead, check him out. He's awesome guy. I actually won these, so I'm gonna be tagging Micropost. And yeah, should be good. Very excited. Thanks everyone for joining me. Grow some mushrooms. Cheers.